Alright, I wanted to do this video. I figured there would be a few people that were interested. A little history on my background. Been recording for about 12 years. Worked in a lot of home studios and semi-pro studios. Had the ability to mess with a lot of nice different equipment. So I wanted to set up a little spot here at my house to record, and started looking into interfaces, and I decided, Focusrite, this thing, I couldn't beat the price. I think after tax, I paid under 600 bucks for it. It's got 8 inputs. I believe it has 8 outputs, at least hard outputs, not including the ADATs and the stuff you can break out of it. But so I wanted to have some extra outputs for sending and mixing and mastering, sending things back out, bringing things back in. So I figured this would be an awesome place to start. I will start off by saying that the sound quality of the Focusrite is awesome. I feel like they've come a long way, and for the price that they're selling these things at, it's really hard to beat, and it's gonna work great. You could definitely make amazing music on it. Has a great sound, you know, really, really user friendly. You just download the app, plug in and play. It works every time. It does what it's supposed to. It sounds good. It's like a no hassle interface. So definitely awesome place to start for any type of home studio use. What happened is I decided to pick up the Apogee Ensemble, even though they are, I guess, somewhat a little bit older interfaces, but not too much. I don't think they're making them anymore, but you can still find them for sale. I got this one used. The reason I wanted to give the Ensemble a try is because when I was recording at the studio that I would record at back in the day, we had an Apogee Rosetta 200 in there, and I really, really liked the way that the Rosetta sounded. I noticed that once we put the Rosetta in there, we ran it SPDIF into, it was M-Box Pro at the time, is what we were using, that the quality drastically changed. So I always really liked Apogee and Apogee product. And I will say that I think back in the day we got that M-Box Pro. It was like a Pro Tools bundle, but I think the M-Box Pro alone was like around 600-700 bucks. And I do feel like the Focusrite, for under six, getting way more. The quality is definitely better than the M-Box was back in the day. So they've come a long way with the converters and the preamps that they put inside this thing. But anyways, back, making a long story short, I decided I wanted to give the Ensemble a try. I would notice that when I was recording audio and monitoring it, when I would play it back, there was a drastic, not a drastic, I'm sorry, but I would notice slight loss of quality. And of course, any audio interface is going to do that to some extent. I feel like everything that would come out of it, it would darken just a little bit and like lose a little bit of its, just a little bit of its shine. It still sounded really good, but I did notice a little bit of a loss of quality in playback. So I figured I would order the Apogee Ensemble and give that one a try. The Ensemble is a little bit harder to use. It doesn't integrate quite. It's not as plug in and play. However, I will say that it integrates with Mac and Logic very well. It actually integrates with those systems better than the Focusrite does, but it's not as straight of a forward. It's a little bit harder with the newer Macs to get the install. You have to like lower the security and stuff like that. So it's not just download it and install it. But once you get it plugged in, up and running, it's been working great for me. So as far as quality difference, I did notice that the Ensemble, the conversion quality was definitely clearer. I won't say it was like a huge, like crazy thing, but for me, I really wanted to have that depth and clarity and know that I wasn't really losing much, especially sending things back out and back in. I did open both of these up, and you can see where the Focusrite, it's obviously it's not an expensive interface. They're trying to make it affordable, so they can't put really high quality components, and that's respectable. I know that they have the Claret series, which is a little bit higher quality converters and preamps inside of it. So I think that that's an awesome next step, and those are still way under the price of these Apogees. But I've decided for myself I'm gonna keep the Ensemble because listening to playback, I feel like it's more true to the source of what's being recorded. So yeah, that's just my 2 cents. Again, saying that this is an awesome interface. You can't go wrong with it. However, there is a difference in conversion quality, and it's understandable. These things again are, only under $600, maybe about $600. And I think the Ensembles, when they were released, were around 25. They're cheaper now, but yeah. So that's just my thoughts. So I do feel like the Ensemble did sound a little bit better. It's gonna be a little bit more convenient, more practical for what I'm doing. But again, shout out to Focusrite. They're killing the game. They're making amazing interfaces for the price, and bringing something super powerful to home studio users for an amount that doesn't break the bank. So yeah, that's basically my quick review of the Ensemble and of the Focusrite. If you have any questions, feel free to just hit me up, drop a comment. I'm more than happy to talk about my thoughts and hear what you guys think. Open to whatever. All right, shalom.